students, in this video we will be studying subtraction of binary numbers. This is one of the parts of the arithmetic operations of binary number. Whenever we do binary subtraction, so similar to binary addition, subtracting two binary numbers will give us binary numbers itself. So if you subtract two binary numbers, you are not going to get any decimal number. It will again be a binary number. It must be a binary number. So it is a very straightforward method, but with a little trick that we need to apply. And subtraction of two single digit numbers is usually done by following some rules which are given below. So first, say you have 0 minus 0. Obviously this is a 0, simple. Suppose you have 1 minus 0, it is 1, very simple. Then if you have 0 minus 1, then this is a special case. This is a special case. What happens here? Obviously you know that you cannot subtract 1 from 0. Okay, because 1 is bigger than 0, larger than 0, so we cannot subtract in a straightforward manner. So in that case, what will happen? We will consider the result as 1, but with 1 as a borrow. Okay, how is it implemented in practical examples that we will learn during some while solving some examples. And then last is 1 minus 1, so that is obviously 0. So while doing subtraction of binary numbers, we will be following these particular rules, where others are very simple. But 0 minus 1 is a special case where we have 1 is as a result and borrow another 1 as a borrow. And we will learn about it in detail during some examples. So let us start with a very easy example. Say we have 1 1 0 0 1 0 1. So you need to subtract them. Okay, now we will be first starting with this side. Okay, now the first case is 0 minus 1, the special case. So what happens in 0 minus 1, you know that there will be result is 1 and 1 is a borrow. So before that, we will be while doing the example, we will be solving in a different way. So the thing is that here we have 0, right? And we cannot subtract 1 from 0. So what we will be doing, we will search the next locations. So we will search first of all its neighbor. Okay, if we look into its neighbor, so who is the neighbor? This is the neighbor. Okay, now we will borrow 1 from the neighbor. So what the neighbor will do, it will give a 1 to its neighbor who is a 0. So after it gives an 1 to its, then what it becomes, it doesn't become 0 plus 1, it becomes 1 0. And when it has given an 1, so it is now vacant. So now it has become 0. Now you know that whenever we write 10 or 1 0, 1 0 is nothing but 2. Now it is like 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is how much? 1. Now next stage is, now we need to look for this column. Now this is 0 minus 0. So next is 0 minus 0 is 0. Now next column is this. So next is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is basically 0. And next is 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 is again 1. Now that means what we have got, that 1 1 1 0 minus 0 1 0 1 is actually equal to 1 0 0 1. This is binary, this is also binary, and this is also binary. Now we need to verify it, right? Now we need to verify. How we are going to verify? So first 1 1 1, I will be quicker now. So this is our 0 1 2 3. Now how we will be doing it? 1 into 2 to power 3 plus 1 into 2 to power 2 plus 1 into 2 to power 1 plus 0. So it is 8 plus 4 plus 2, and it is equal to 8 plus 4 means 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. Okay, so this is how much? 14. Next is 0 1 0 1. So let us do that. So next is 0 1 0 1. Again let us find the positions 0 1 2 3. So what will happen? 0 into 2 to power 3 plus 1 into 2 to power 2 plus 0 into 2 to power 1 plus 1 into 2 to power 0. So what is the result? This is 0, this is 0, this is 4, this is 1. So 4 plus 1 is equal to how much? 5. So this is 5. So 14 minus 5 should be equal to what? 9. So if we are correct, this thing will be equal to 9. So let us search. Let us see how much is that. So 1 0 0 1. Okay, again let us start the positions 0 1 2 3. So it is 1 into 2 to power 3 plus 0 plus 1 into 2 to power 0. So it is 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9. Now see, we have verified. So it's 110. So in decimal also this is correct. So the first method is verified. Let us move to the next example. Next example is say 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1. Alright. Now we will be subtracting them. Now let's start with the first column. It is what? 0 minus 1. Again the issue happened, 0 minus 1. So since here we have 0, we can't do that. So we will look for the next neighbor. So next neighbor is also 0. Then we will check the next neighbor. Okay, so now this is not 0, this is 1. So it is capable of, we can borrow from him. Okay, from this particular neighbor we can borrow. Okay, now when we borrow from this particular neighbor, so first it will give to it. So when it gives something to it, so it becomes 0. And this becomes 1 0. Because 0 is already there and it has taken 1 from it. So it is 1 0. Now again this one is still vacant. So what will happen now? Now it will give him to 1. So it will, after taking 1 from this, it will become 1 0. But again 1 0 means 2. 1 0 in base decimal is nothing but, 1 0 in binary is nothing but 2 in decimal. So when it gives 1 to this particular position, this becomes 1. Because this is actually 2. From 2 you have given 1 to this place, so it becomes 1. Now finally we have here 1 0 and here we have 1. Now this 1 0 is nothing but 2, and 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So at first column it becomes 1. Now let us check this column. In this column, since it has this 10, from this 1 0 we have given 1 to this, from this 1 0 we have given 1 to this, so 2 minus 1 it becomes 1 again. So in this column we have 1 minus 0 minus 0, so that is nothing but again 1. Now let us search this column. Okay, now here again we have 0 minus 1. This is also the special case. Now what we will have to do? We will have to borrow from here. So it will give 1 to this position. So it will become 1 0 and this becomes 0. Now 1 0 is nothing but again 2. So 2, actually it is equal to now what? 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now in this last column now we have 0 minus 0. So it is equal to 0. So that means we have got that 1 1 0 0 minus 0 1 0 1 is equal to 0 1 1 1. Okay, I would like to repeat this example again. Okay, 1 1 0 0, and then we had 0 1 0 1. So we need to subtract them. So we will start with the first column. Okay, so it is 0 minus 1. So this is the special case. So in that case, since this is 0, we will search for the next neighbor. So its next neighbor is empty. This is 0. We cannot borrow from him. So we will check the another neighbor. So this is the another nearest neighbor. Now this is 1. So we can borrow from it. So but we cannot directly borrow like this, right? So we will have to borrow from here to here first. Okay, so for that case what we will be doing, so we will borrow 1 from here to here. So once we borrow 1 from here to here, so it becomes 1 0. Okay, so when 1 is borrowed from here, so it doesn't become 1 plus 0, it is 1 0, and this is already gone, so this has become 0 now. Now again we have this position is still 0, so we need to borrow again. So another borrow we need to do. So from here we will borrow once more. So when we borrow once more, here we will have 1 0. Once more, what we have borrowed? 1. We have borrowed 1. So when we have borrowed 1 from here to here, with 0 it becomes 1 0. But this thing, now what remains here? Now this is gone. Now 1 0 is nothing but 2. 1 0 in the binary is nothing but 2 in decimal. So here what happened? From 2 you have taken 1 to this position. So as a result, here we are left with 1. So as a result, here instead of 2 we have only 1, and here we have 1 0. Now let us check this column. So here what we have? 1 0 minus 1. So 1 0 is nothing but 2. So this is actually 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now next check this column. Here we have 1 minus 0 minus 0, that is nothing but 1. Now next check this column. Again the problem arises. Here we have 0 minus 1. Okay, now again what we will be doing, we will borrow from the next neighbor. So from here when we borrowed, this became 0 and this became 1 0. So now we have 1 0 minus 1. 1 0 is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So here we have 1. And here we have 0 minus 0 means 0. Now that means we got 1 1 0 0 minus 0 1 0 1 is equal to 0 1 1 1. So let us verify this whether it is correct or not. So for that what we will be doing here, this is 0, this is 1 2 3, this is 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3. So let us be quick. So it is 2 to power 3 plus 2 to power 2 plus 0 plus 0. And then we have 0 plus 2 to power 2 plus 0 plus 2 to power 1. Sorry. So here 0 plus 2 to power 2 plus 0 plus 2 to power 0. And then last we have 0 plus 2 to power 2 plus 2 to power 1 plus 2 to power 0. Let us verify. This is 8 plus 4. And this is 4 plus 1. And this is 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it is 12 minus 5, and this is 7. So what we have, 7 equal to 7. So that means the process that we adopted is correct. Let us check another example. Say we have 1 1 0 0 0. Let me write it little with a gap. And we have 0 0 0 0 1. We need to subtract it. So how we will be doing it? Start with the first column, this column. So here, so this thing is 0. So obviously we need to borrow. So how we will be borrowing? Let's see. So first we will check this thing. This is 0. This is also 0. So only option is this. So we will borrow 1 from here to here. So it will become 1 0. When it becomes, we have borrowed 1, it becomes 0 here. Now again you need to give 1 here. So when you give 1 here, it becomes 1 0. But since you have already borrowed 1 from here, 10 is nothing but 2. So 2 minus 1 is again now 1. Now from here again you need to borrow here. Okay. So you have borrowed 1 from here. So you have got 1 0 here. But since this thing is 1 0, 1 0 minus 2. From 2 you have taken 1 to here. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. Now let us check this. So from here we have 10 minus 1. 10 means 1 0 minus 1. 1 0 is nothing but 2. So 2 minus 1 is actually 1. Now next check this column. Now in this column you can see that it is equal to 1 minus 0 minus 0. So 1 minus 0 minus 0 is again 1. Now next check this column. Here also it is 1 minus 0 minus 0. So this is going to be again 1. Now here check this column. This is 0 minus 0. So this is obviously 0. And check this column. This is so simple. 1 minus 0 is 1. Now if you want to verify, now if it is time for verification, so this number is actually equal to 2 to power 0, 2 to power 4 plus 2 to power 3. So this is nothing but 24. This number is 24 and this number is nothing but 1. Okay, so 24 minus 1 should be equal to 23. So here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is equal to, say, 2 to power 4 plus 0, 2 to power 2 plus 2 to power 1 plus 0. So this is going to be 16 plus 4 plus 2 plus, no. So here this thing, there was a mistake. So this is 2 to power 0. So it is equal to 16 plus 4, 20, 22 and it is 23. So this is 23. Okay. So you see this thing is verified now. Now this thing is verified. Okay. So let us move to another example. We will try to, I will summarize with that. This is my last example for subtraction. So say we have 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we need to subtract them. Now again the issue arised. This is 0. So we will check for next neighbor, and this one we checked. Okay, so from here we can borrow. So we borrowed 1 from here. So it is now it is 1, 0. When it is gone, so it becomes 0. Now again from here we borrowed 1, so it has become 1, 0. But since 1, 0 is nothing but 2, so you have given already 1 here, so 2 minus 1 becomes 1. Alright. Now from here again we will borrow 1, so 1 and 0 becomes 1, 0. But since from here you have already given 1 here and this is 2 minus 1, it becomes 1. Now in this particular column it is again 10 minus 1, 0 minus equal to how much? 1, 0 is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now next column is 1, 1 minus 0 minus 1. So it is equal to 0. Now next column is 1 minus 0 minus 1 is 0. And the last one, here you see, now we have 0 minus 1. This is again the special case. Now for that I will check another neighbor and from here I will borrow 1. So it will become 1, 0 and this will become 0. Okay. Now in this particular column, now here in this particular column, what we have? 1, 0. We have 1, 0 minus 1. So 1, 0 is nothing but 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. So we have 1 and this is 0 minus 0. So which is necessarily, maybe we can just avoid it. So we have if you want to verify it, you can do it. So I will just quickly tell you, this is equal to, I think this is 24 already we have done. Okay, and this is equal to, I think it is 15, okay, and this is equal to 9. So I will leave it for you, you will just verify it, and it should be 24 minus 15 equal to 9. These are the some examples of binary subtraction. So that's it for this video. Thank you.